my right is one. Gosh, what's your name? I'm so sorry. I think
You
it's...
can call me Dungeon Master.
Oh, okay. Dungeon Master. Jefferson Harris. That's right. That's right. Jefferson want to start doing art.
Everybody's in that other room, you know?
Frank influence. My art is comic book art.
Yeah.
So I love Batman as much as the next guy, but it's TSR back when it was TSR on the Dungeons and Dragons art back in the day, back in the mid to late 80s.
How many times now?
Those are the pieces that make me want to pick up a pencil and try it for myself. Made me want to pick up a pencil and try it for myself now.
and you're new to this game. You know, as far as selling art.
Yeah, I've been an artist for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been a professional artist for like 2 weeks.
And how have people responded so far to you bringing out your art?
Well, I'm still new, and all sales is relational.
Yeah.
So as more people know me, I will make more sales. But people who see my stuff do tend to like my stuff, so I get praise.
There you go. Hey, and now you're going to get the SCNS live bump.
There you
go.
It's your vast audience.
Absolutely. You're not even going to know it hit you.
Jason's toy reviews won't be anything compared
Oh,
to
no. We're going to have to start making segments with you, just being like, Jefferson Harris Art, you know. Speaking of art, you've actually got a little piece right there if you want to show us.
Yeah, it was my understanding that they're going to do a charity auction after the show tonight, and not wanting to be, I had this nightmare of being the only artist who was here who didn't donate a piece, and everybody pointing at me. So it's
Yeah, it's right there, yeah.
You're Conan because, again, fantasy art, Frank Rosetta, the time and the place, that's me.
Well, and I want to still show it up a little bit. I mean, just look at the detail, the amount of detail on this. We're going to Home Shopping Network this real quick.
Okay.
With
the staghorn?
Absolutely. It is really beautiful. And I was always wondering, how did you get your skill to that level as far as the shading and the detail and the amount of just overall attention you give to your art?
Well, it's the way my art teacher put it. And he may have stolen this from someone who's stolen it from someone else, and now I'm stealing it, is you can't draw what you don't know. So there's really two skill sets. There's the skill set of drawing in general. If I draw a cylinder, it looks like a cylinder because I know how to shade it to make it look like a cylinder. And then there's figure drawing, and portrait drawing in particular, where I know the light needs to be here because there's a skull underneath this face, and a skull works like this.
Yeah.
So it's... the way I draw anyway, it's a lot about knowledge of the figure.
Yeah, and it shows. I mean, just
you.
the amount of it, and especially where the light is coming from. Like you were saying, there's a skull underneath here. This is how it's supposed to show, and I love that because you can obviously see it's coming in from his right, but where other artists would show, hey, there's also light coming in from the left, so there's too much and there's not enough shading.
Well, there's a right way to do it with two lights too. It's just much harder.
I bet. Hey, I can just draw a stick figure. Okay, I can't do much else than that.
That's how you start.
It's true.
You know, a figure has 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head.
There you go.
That's knowledge.
Oh my God, I'm an artist.
There you go.
No, I'm.
So's Rob Liefeld.
There you go. I am not at all. But now you say you're not really more of a comic artist, and I know a lot of these cons are really just comic, I guess, centric. But why is that? Why wouldn't you draw anything that's superhero based?
Oh, I certainly would. But again, it's not the thing that really gets me going as an artist.
Yeah.
And I love Alex Ross.
Yeah.
I love Adam Hughes. I love a lot of the guys who that's exactly what they do. And I certainly study how they draw and try to find out who their influences are. And go to those influences and try to get some of what they have, not necessarily as comic book artists, but as artists in general, into my own art, which is a long, laborious process. But
so you're constantly learning.
You have to.
Yeah. Because I guess, since this is your craft, that would be something that you would have to constantly do. Is that what every good artist should do?
It's what every good artist has done and has to continue to do. It's the word talent gets thrown around a lot, and there is such a thing, but it really is a learned skill. Bye-bye.
We lost you.
I was here and then I was gone.
Yeah, I don't even know where that is now. It's gone. That's okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do this now. There he is. All right, easy enough. We got you right
See, now
there.
you're going to knock the camera off.
I know, right? I'm holding on to it. We got it. We got it. Okay.
Are we going to have to lean together like Felix and Oscar?
No, it's all been you. I haven't even switched anything. It's all been you talking. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post.
We'll just put little shots of me. Why not? But I mean, it's really cool that somebody that ultimately just was in a certain other business, a certain other field, going just straight working for themselves. How has that been for you?
We'll see.
I know. You're very young. You're very young to the process.
The idea, though, of having what is, as you pointed out, it's a lot of hard work, and having that validated with praise and especially with legal tender feels pretty good.
There you go. Yeah,
And of course, the idiot upstairs isn't some guy in a three-piece suit with an MBA that has nothing to do with the business we're working in.
right.
I'm the idiot upstairs.
And that's excellent. I mean, I think anybody would love to have that freedom to do what they love. And it's really cool that you're actually doing that.
I'm taking a swing.
Yeah, and I know it's hard. I mean, but what would you say is like your ultimate goal in doing all of this?
Well, I'm happy to be rich. I don't care to be rich. But my ultimate goal is just to pay the bills doing this, making art. Mm-hmm. And make whether it's for individual purchase with a place like this, whether it's prints. I've been shopping. I've been preparing for this recently, but I've been shopping the internet for illustration jobs. Mm-hmm. There are still fantasy and science fiction stories being written, and there's still people looking for illustrators. And I think that would be a lot of fun.
That really would be. Mm-hmm. That definitely would be, and I think that would be right in your wheelhouse. Something, especially in the art that we've seen so far. So, I mean, we're not talking like one day we'll see, a Jefferson Harris on our walls and be like, oh, yes, that's $1 million painting.
Probably not.
Well, I know I'm just happy to have...
Frazetta only happened once.
I'm happy to have the art that I have because I bought a piece that was it wasn't even anything. It was just an original piece that you just concepts.
Drew on the spot.
Drew on the spot.
Well, that's the other thing that makes me want to draw is as I told you a while ago, I'm a huge fan of the Warhammer and Warhammer 40K franchises, of Blizzard's work with StarCraft and Warcraft and World of Warcraft and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. It was really it was that concept art. Mm-hmm. The figures, the characters that were going to go into the games that got my attention after I moved beyond the first influences and really started looking at what was happening in art as industry, so to speak.
Wow. That's really cool. Oh. Well, I think that's about it. I don't want to keep you away from your table because I know a lot of people are...
Well, Chris is over there, and who knows how wrong that could go.
I know. He's already been just saying, oh, this is mine. Yes, I'm Jefferson.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I know. He's trying to steal your purchases. But yeah, thank you so much for coming by, and we'll obviously be talking to you later on during the con circuit.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Matt.
No problem.